And welcome into Bama Geeks, a very miniature episode number 76. How you doing? I'm Brock Parker. That's my wife Jess.
Hi, this episode is my sized, right?
It is a tiny episode. That's right. Bo and Kevin are not with us. We normally record on Sunday nights, and right now it's Monday night. Um, to be honest, Bo was sick, did not feel well last night. Kevin said his voice sounded pretty rough last
hmm
night, and Jess and I were just dog tired.
Yeah.
We have still been recovering from a little trip to New York City last week, which we're going to discuss very briefly in this episode,
Mm.
and we'll tell you why it's going to be a brief episode in just a moment. But how you doing tonight, Jess?
I'm doing better. I think I'm uh recovering a little bit at a time, but I don't feel nearly as tired as I have the last couple of days. So I think I'm
Yeah,
on the mend here. Yeah.
yeah. I finally felt normal about halfway through the afternoon today.
Well, it was just a struggle with not only being Monday back to work, but Monday after being in New York and just the excitement and getting caught up in just all the fun with friends and everything that happened. It's always tough. As like I was telling you this morning, whether it's Disney trip or Dragon Con, I'm suffering from those kind of blues a little bit you get when you have to come back to reality.
Yeah, exactly. Well, before we get into the miniature episode, we'll go ahead and tell you where to find us on social media. You've got us at Bama Geeks on Instagram, X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it these days, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
hmm
And we are begging you. I normally don't resort to begging, but we are very close to being able to monetize some of our YouTube. So
hmm
if you don't mind, go to youtube.com/at Bama Geeks and hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, whatever you need to do.
hmm
Just please subscribe to our channel. We're so close, and we're going to be able to do a lot more fun things
hmm
if we can get a little bit of monetization. So we're very close, and we'd appreciate it if you would do that. If you're on Facebook, you can also visit us at our front porch, the Bama Geeks front porch. Just search for that on YouTube. It's our own little private community where we share things that we normally don't share elsewhere on social media.
hmm
And everybody just has a good time sharing some fun things in there. Just ask to head in there and we'll approve you.
Yeah.
And also, Patreon members, we love you. You're probably not getting anything extra this time just because we want to keep this short. We have a tight window we're working with here.
hmm
So we love you, Patreon members. Normally, there is a lot more audio and video for Patreon on each episode, but you can go over there, patreon.com/Bama Geeks. We love you guys,
Yeah.
and we got to meet a really, really good friend of ours who is a Patreon member. We finally got to meet him face to face at the premiere,
hmm
and we were so excited about that. Jack, thank you so much, Jack. And I'll show us something that Jack gave us
Yeah.
in just a bit. So
Yeah, great to finally meet you in person, Jack, and just enjoyed the time we got to spend with you.
absolutely. I as soon as I spotted him
Oh, yeah.
at the Yes Have Some podcast party, I made a beeline for him and
Mhm.
talked to him a lot over the course of the premiere, which was great. So as we mentioned, Patreon members knew a few weeks ago that we were heading to New York City for the world premiere of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Jess and I were invited by Sony and Ghost Core. Everybody had a chance to do it.
Mhm.
Uh, Ghost Core put out a post on their social media saying, email this address if you'd like to be considered. And
Right.
Jess and I were fortunately chosen for premiere tickets. And so that's how we got to go.
Mhm.
Same chance as everybody else.
Right.
We just luck of the draw this time. So um, we made a quick booking trip up to New York, stayed at the Park Central Hotel,
Mhm.
booked our flight. Thankfully, Birmingham has 5 flights a day up to LaGuardia in New York, and so it was really easy to choose a flight at a convenient time and get up there in time and
Mhm.
all.
Yeah.
Um, we we wanted to just kind of do a quick episode tonight, and we'll put the link down in the descriptions of both the audio feed and the video that we're going to put up. And just go to that video. It's about a 27 or so minute
Yeah.
travel vlog that we filmed from Birmingham to New York and ending it on premiere night. No spoilers whatsoever.
Nope. None at all.
Yeah, in fact, we're under, as of right now, we're under a review embargo from Sony until Wednesday. When this drops on Wednesday, the reviews are going to be lifted. The review embargo is going to be lifted,
Mhm.
and the only thing that we'll say about the movie is avoid spoilers.
Yes. Please do. If you want to, if you have a love for the Ghostbusters franchise, I highly suggest to try to go in as green and as spoiler free as possible.
Yeah. In fact, Bo messaged us messaged us tonight. He's like, "I'm really fighting urges to look things
Mm.
up." I'm like, "Don't look things up."
No, no, don't.
We are all going to go see it again Thursday night,
Hmm.
which
Yeah,
which
by
will
the
be the 21st.
right.
Yeah, we've all got our tickets, the four of us, and we didn't want to do any review or anything in depth because we want Bo and Kevin to be able to see the movie first. And so next
Hmm.
episode we should be able to openly discuss the movie. It will have been out for 2 weeks,
Right.
giving you guys plenty of time to see it. We're going to talk about it on the next episode, so you got a couple of weeks after this one.
So here's your spoiler alert from us. If you haven't seen it in 2 weeks, then you might want to hold off on listening to what we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and believe me, it's not been easy. Well, we saw it 5 days ago
Yeah.
as of now, and it's been difficult not to talk about with everybody, but we
Yeah.
haven't said a word to anybody.
Nope. Not a word.
Nope. We want you guys to enjoy it and experience it the way we got to.
Hmm.
Um, so anyway, our travel vlog that we put together, you'll get to see us in the fan pen there at the AMC Theater in Lincoln Square,
Hmm.
right off Broadway in New York. We shot some footage in there. We got to see a bunch of the actors come through, and we got to say hi to a lot of them. We got to meet quite a few of them.
Hmm.
All that's in the travel vlog. You get to see our the Yes Have Some podcast pre premiere VIP party where something really cool happened um, with McKenna Grace.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're friends with me on Facebook, you've already seen it. I don't know that I'm going to put it out into the public, into the wild, because it was a sweet video made for my daughter.
Hmm.
My daughter couldn't make it, and she loves McKenna, and we brought that up to her and showed her a picture of her, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, your daughter is gorgeous. Can I send her a video?" Yes, please. Here's my phone.
Have my phone. Do this is your choice. You do what you want to do with it.
Yep, yep. So that was really nice of her.
Yeah,
But
it was.
we had a good time. We got to we got to say, especially Jess, got to say hi to Bill Murray, who responded.
I did. I did. That is something you won't see on the video. That happened as we entered the theater to see the movie. Um, wow. I mean, what again, what an amazing experience. When you are and it is a very surreal moment when you're watching this movie and every row behind you is a cast member. The cast, the people who made the movie, the actors, they're all sitting behind me as I am watching them on the screen. I mean, I can't even e I cannot even begin to describe, honestly, the feelings that I was having just in the realization of that moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, as we as we entered the theater, we cut off to the left and Bill's just, standing up against the wall back there. So I just walked right in front of him and kind of looked at him and good evening, Mr. Murray, with a little head nod. And he kind of nodded his head back at me, acknowledged, and said, "Good evening." So I mean, I will take that, and that's going to be a precious, precious memory of mine for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and Bill's kind of ushering people in,
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
because I went in right
Yeah.
before Jess, and I looked, and I didn't know he was standing there, but all of a sudden, I turned and I looked, and there's Bill, and he's looking at me, and
Mhm.
he's gesturing,
Mhm.
this way.
Yeah.
Like, yes, sir.
Yeah, we were, as we were standing against the wall because when we entered the theater, Jason Reitman and Gil Cannon were down in front talking to the audience uh, prior to the movie starting. So we didn't, our seats were on the front row. So we were not about to just, cut right in front of them because we basically would have cut right in front of them to get to our seat. So we just kind of hung out there on the wall there to the side. And I'm looking right in front of me. There's Patton Oswald. There's McKenna Grace. There's Finn. There's Logan. There's Ernie, there's Dan, and Bill's just in the back, just doing his thing, ushering people, moving around back there. So, I mean, wow, again, what a moment, what an experience to have.
Yeah, and Ernie, as we were walking into the theater, everybody was kind of running late.
Mhm.
Um, and Ernie was also running late, but
Mhm.
as we were walking into
Mhm.
the auditorium area after getting our popcorn, or to get our popcorn and drinks and stuff like that,
Mhm.
which thank you very much, Sony and
Yeah.
AMC. We got all of our refreshments for free.
Mhm.
As we were walking in, all of a sudden Ernie comes out of another hallway, walk right next to me, and I
Right.
turn around and say, "Ernie, it's Brock from Alabama Ghostbusters." He goes, "Hey, man!" Ernie remembered me, thankfully. But as so we walked in, of course, he went on ahead
Yeah.
in front of us, but it's like, "Hey, we need to get you back to Birmingham at some point," because Ernie's been our guest here a couple of times, and he's like, "Absolutely." He said, "Maybe we can make that happen," and it's good to see you, Ernie. Good. Hope you and the family's okay. And of course, his wife Linda was with him.
Mhm.
So just a quick little interaction, catching up with Ernie after, oh golly, it hasn't been quite 10 years, but
Yeah,
awfully close
it's been a while. Yeah.
since I've had a chance to see him.
And Ernie just looking sharp as ever.
Ernie is amazing.
He looks fantastic.
Ernie is, and the thing is, out of all the guys, Ernie's the oldest, and
Yeah.
he looks the best.
Right, right.
Ernie's still working out, man. When what was his line in Afterlife?
He's
He's
a
the
sex appeal.
he's the sex appeal.
Yeah.
Still is.
I mean, the man has not lost.
Ernie's a good
He
looking
hasn't
guy.
lost it one bit.
Mm-mm. Ernie's a fantastic gentleman. I
Yeah.
I love Ernie. And I love that we've kind of, in fact, down right here on my laptop right now is a picture of me and Ernie when I first met him back in 2010 in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and we've as our very first picture together. It's my background on my desktop.
Mhm.
So, but we recount everything in the vlog. Like I said, it's not going to be a long episode.
Mhm.
If you really want to see what we experienced, we'll link to that. It'll be the video before this,
Yeah.
um, in which a lot of people are liking and watching, and I think 1,500 views
Yeah,
since I put it up yesterday.
I believe so, the last time I checked. Mhm.
Yeah, so that's helping us, like I said, get to that subscriber count. So
We appreciate all the views, all the likes, all the comments. We've enjoyed that interaction that we've had. Brock and I also did just a quick video as we were walking back to the hotel, and let me tell you, trying to trying to walk and talk on a video, and then plus, keep up with your surroundings, getting back to the hotel with New York, it gets a little distracting. At least for me, I always have a tough time trying to film and walk and talk all at the same time. So,
you did fine.
and it was still just coming down. We've been riding this wave, this wonderful wave, this experience we've had. So it's just the realizing what you've been a part of and what you've had a chance to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was great seeing a bunch of friends.
Hmm.
We got to see so many people that we have been online friends with for years
Yeah.
that we finally got to hug in person. And man, we did a lot of hugging,
And we sure did.
and people we knew of that we didn't know that
Hmm.
maybe we're not friends with, personally on Facebook or whatever else. We got to meet a ton of great people.
Yeah.
We got to, what was really nice with this is you've heard us talk on the podcast before about PKE Surge, which is kind of the little Ghostbusters con inside of Dragon Con
Hmm.
that we do every year. And a lot of people that we go to Dragon Con and PKE Surge with got invitations.
Yeah.
And so instead of seeing a lot of our friends one time a year in person, we get to see them twice.
Yeah. It was like a mini, we kinda joked about it being the mini PKE Surge Dragon Con, in New York, so
It really
yeah, it
was.
really was.
It legitimately was. We didn't feel out of place at all because we were all friends with everybody who was there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, getting to see a lot of people. Before we, I guess, before we get into anything else, just a huge, 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 huge thank you first and foremost to Sony and Ghost Core
Absolutely,
for
yes.
allowing us to be a part of this. Um, it was amazing, one of the most surreal and wonderful experiences of my life.
Mhm.
And we wanted to give a major, major, major thank you to Craig Goldberg, Abigail Gardner, and Jacob Walsh, all from Yes Have Some podcast. You guys know they're our dear friends.
Mhm.
And also AJ Quick, who runs gbfans.com.
Mhm.
They put together a nice little pre-premiere party that we were talking about. Yeah, got your badge.
I have a badge still, yeah, there's
What?
my badge.
I had mine somewhere. Did I?
Got covered up in all that swag you got sent over there.
What did I do with it?
Uh-uh.
Anyway, there's
Look,
Jess's.
here's my badge,
Yeah,
and then on the back, there you go, with
yeah,
the sponsors there on the bottom.
yeah. GB fans and Daniel's Law, Ron
Daniel's
Daniels,
yeah.
who
Daniel's
graciously asked us to wait on him because he arrived at LaGuardia 30 minutes after us, and he graciously let us Uber to the hotel with him. Um,
And yeah, again, I will also I feel like I can't say thank you enough to you guys. Yes, have some of all the work you put in, everything that y'all did to make this trip what it was and the experience that it was.
Absolutely.
You played a big part in this, and I can say a million thank yous, and I still don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, yeah. Those guys were tremendous, and I'm opening things that I haven't opened yet.
Do you want me to show the ticket? Because we were talking about the movie, but I was going to show. Here's the ticket.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are our tickets. We were in theater one. The theater one had the green tickets because this was the cast and crew screening.
Yeah.
That you can see there. And the back of them, they all look like this. So we got to figure out how to frame these.
Right.
But yeah, those are the tickets. And you see, we were section floor, row A. We were seats 13 and 14. We were on the very end next to our friend Mitchell.
Mitchell Brinkley.
Yeah.
Austin Young was just right down for me too. Sorry, Austin. I know you had your friend with you, and I didn't catch his name, but
It's Chris Carlson.
Okay. Well, good. I didn't know that. So thank
Yeah, the Central Oklahoma Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Chris has been a friend of mine for a while too.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got to watch the movie with friends, podcasters, and us guys were Jason Fitzsimmons from Ghostbusters News and Jim Maritato from the Extraplasm podcast.
Yeah.
We were all in the front row and there, and like we mentioned earlier, the entire cast was behind us.
And yes, have some. We're on the front row with us too.
Well, yeah,
so,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, absolutely. So in line, I didn't catch the gentleman's name. We're just going to show off some quick swag that we got.
Yeah.
And while we were standing in line to get into the premiere, a gentleman in a very, very beautiful sparkly green tuxedo coat. I think it was a tuxedo coat. He came through and gave us 3D printed Ghostbusters engineer medallions.
Yeah, and they're awesome too.
Yeah.
So I don't know who you are, man, but thank you so much. Yeah.
I recognize him, and it was such a whirlwind. I've forgotten.
Right.
But one of the first things we got, Charles Fincher, Fincher Technologies. They actually, they're part of the Georgia Ghostbusters. Charles and his dad, they make the ribbon cables for the proton packs. They made them for Afterlife. They made them for Frozen Empires. So the ribbon cables you see on the proton packs, those came from our friends, Charles and his dad, Mr. James. But Charles gave us patches that are from the ribbon cables, and also gave us some stickers, some very upside down, Brock.
That's much like Charles's jacket.
Yeah. Yeah. Charles wore a jacket that looks black, but if you take a if you see it in the daytime, it's got kind of a rainbow effect.
Right, that spectrum kind of
Yeah.
color, yeah,
But
rainbow
then if you
spectrum.
take a flash picture, it is blaring white,
Mhm.
like just blindingly white.
Yeah, it was great.
Um, but Jim Meritato, our friend from the Extraplasm podcast,
Mhm.
um, gave us buttons,
Right.
and then part of the things that we got. Let's see, Justin and Alec West from Strange Glow Video, some friends of ours.
Mhm.
I hadn't even opened this yet, but they gave us a. Let's go ahead and just do this.
Yeah, open that up.
Audio
And
listeners, we're sorry.
yep. And yeah, look them up on Facebook, Strange Glow Video. They got a lot of great content too, as well, pictures
And
and videos.
Justin was on Chris Stewart and Troy Benjamin, a couple of friends of ours,
Mhm.
over at the Ghostbusters. Uh, entered. Oh boy, I'm so sorry, guys.
Ooh, there
Interdimensional
you,
cross
there
rip.
you go. It's okay. Look,
It's been a long day.
it's a tired brain. It's still recovering from a trip and back to work today. So bear with us.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, the gave us the Raise Occult
Mhm.
Books bookmark, and I just noticed there is something on the back of this bookmark that I'm not going to show you
Yeah.
because it has something to do with the movie.
Right.
So this a bookmark there, and then on the other side, second bookmark was the New York Public Library, which we
Mhm.
did get to go into,
Yeah.
which is in the vlog that we posted, and then Strange Glow Video right there. So make sure you go and support all those guys.
Mhm.
They also provided some buttons here, and again, audio listeners, I apologize. Um,
This is the ASMR part
yeah,
of the
this is the.
podcast.
Well, listen to the buttons fall out. um, yeah, I have. We came in and just put everything down and hadn't. But
Yeah, my suitcase is still not technically unpacked. So
well, mine is. But Ghostbusters Frozen Empire button
Mhm.
from Justin and Alec, and as well as a button says the real Ghost Makers
Mhm.
on there, and then of course a Strange Glow Video button.
Ah! Oh, and
Sorry,
the buttons are falling.
there's that, and then a sticker live music strange. It's kind of like one of those wall advertisements posters
Yeah.
you see. And then of course they had a bingo card, a Ghostbusters Frozen Empire bingo card.
Mhm.
So I need to go through and see if I actually
See if you got a bingo.
see. Yeah, I may have. Don't know, but yeah, we got all that stuff. Um, you've got a sticker over there from one Austin
I
Young
sure do.
that you need to be the one to show that off.
I will absolutely do that. Um, I'm just gonna put it up. Oh, there it goes. That is for those of you that are listening and can't see. Austin put together this sticker, and on the back there's a QR code that will take you to where you can purchase the shirt with this logo. And the logo that I'm
Oh, I
talking
got trying to
about,
see if you can see that.
yeah, Austin did a instead of the Bucky's, it's Pukies. And it's Pukey with a little red hat on it, just like Bucky Beaver.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and that's no spoiler. Pukey's been in the
yeah,
trailers.
yeah,
Pukey is
you've
one of
seen.
the ghosts. He looks like
Mhm.
a coconut,
He
kind of.
does, yeah. He
But
looks,
he's a very cute ghost, even
yes,
though
very
he,
cute.
he, he pukes.
So yeah, Pukies. I'm gonna have to get a shirt now, so
Uh,
that will happen.
absolutely. And since Jess is the big Bucky's lover, she had to be the one to show that off. Our friend Borzu gave us these
Mhm.
holographic stickers with a trap on it. It says "Trap It."
Yeah.
And then, what else am I leaving out here? Let me, guys. I'm sorry for our audio listeners. The German Ghostbusters. I don't know how to pronounce their group name, and I'm sorry.
It's yeah,
But
the
they
German Ghostbusters.
yeah. So they handed out these packets, and inside was their patch, the
Mhm.
German Ghostbusters patch. Dave Anal, I think is how you pronounce his name. And inside is kind of like a Polaroid of Slimer,
Mhm.
and then a sticker from the Playmobil Vinkman,
Yeah.
and then
I haven't.
That's
I never saw what was in the envelope, so this is
oh,
all new
so
for
this is
me.
all new for you too.
Yeah, it is.
And
This is new for
I
me.
don't know who that guy is.
I don't know who that guy is, too, but he looks scary.
Yeah,
He looks like a ghost.
but then this, that's the name of their group. I'm not even going to
Die Geister.
Geisterjager.
Yeah, Die
I
Geisterjäger.
I apologize. I do not speak German.
This is Southern trying to speak German. Okay.
Yeah, but they gave us it's a little pamphlet,
Mhm.
and it's got Das Proton Pack. It's got like pictures of the ghosts and equipment, and it's all written in German.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
cool.
this is really cool.
I did see that. I remember you did show me that
Yeah,
because you were like, "Oh, dude, this is all in German. This is cool."
and this is the backside. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is super cool. I love this. But it tells how kind of like how everything operates in
Mhm.
German. I love that. I treasure that.
Yeah.
Appreciate those guys bringing that for everybody. There was a lot of swag, and I feel bad that we didn't have any either Alabama Ghostbusters swag or Bama Geek swag. We have never had Bama Geek swag, and we're going to rectify that soon. I promise. We're
we
waiting on a couple of things.
we would have gladly handed out the swag if we had the swag, and
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing too. I'm even uh Luna Mars, she made little friendship bracelets, so I'm still wearing mine. I wore mine today at work.
yeah.
She did ones, with different little words and sayings on it. So I just chose the one that said New York City to commemorate the trip.
Well, our friend Jack that we mentioned, I'm hopefully going to get to see again this summer. He gave me Ghostbusters New Jersey patch.
Mhm.
And then our friend Adam Lalone, who we finally got to meet after so many years.
So many years.
The
Just
Metro Detroit Ghostbusters gave us a patch.
yeah.
And then we also got to meet Jason Fitzsimmons finally,
Mhm.
who is one of my absolute favorite people online. He runs GhostbustersNews.com. And there's his patch. He gave
Yeah.
us one of those too.
Yeah, it was great to finally meet him too.
Yeah.
After years of viewing his content and
We love Jason.
yeah.
Jason's very Jason keeps us up to date on so much.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. He does a great job with that. All these guys do great jobs with everything they do.
He's an excellent source for all news Ghostbusters.
Yep. And of course, in the new movie, Garaka is the big bad.
Mhm.
He's the enemy. And yes, have some handed out pins of Garaka
In a tux.
in a tux
Yeah, looking sharp for the premiere.
for the premiere. Yep. And the last two things I'm going to show off is YHS and GB fans, AJ and Craig, Abby, and Jake, challenge coins
Oh,
for the
it's
people who
awesome.
attended
Yeah.
who attended the party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how well you can see that, but then on the back, it's got their logo and it says New York City GB, which is GB fans, and YHS Ghostbusters Frozen Empire World Premiere March 14th, 2024, with a little engraved Garaka.
It's a great pin. It's fantastic.
Challenge coin.
I'm sorry. Coin. Yes. We've had everything, pins, badges, coins, it's stickers. We came away with a lot of swag.
And the last thing I want to show off that we got from Tony Taylor, who is with Phantasm Toys, does a lot of 3D resin printed figures and all kinds of good stuff. We love supporting him and buy a lot of his merch. He gave us miniature firehouses, and the backing on it says Ghostbusters Frozen Empire New York 2024 premiere with a picture of Slimer sticking his head out.
Mm-hmm.
Beducci Studios and Tony Taylor's toys create that, and that's a little blue resin firehouse. And I think I think Phantasm Toys will have that for sale, at least have a version of this firehouse for sale on their site, phantasmtoys.com, FANTAZM toys.com. We'll put a link in the description and all.
Mm-hmm.
But these on the side of the firehouse here, it says Ghostbusters Frozen Empire World Premiere or NYC Premiere, March 14th, 2024. So they brought a lot to the party, and so we've got a special edition one here for the attending the premiere. Mm-hmm. So is there anything else that you want to touch on? We can talk an awful lot about the premiere and everything that we did.
Mm-hmm.
But without Kevin and Bo here, we just wanted to do a quick one to say, go watch the vlog.
Yeah, yeah, go watch the vlog.
Yeah. We're,
It lays out the trip very well. So, and at the risk of us just repeating something that is already out there, like I said, just check out the vlog that we did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just wanted to hop on and do an episode to tell you, check out the vlog. Check out at Bama Geeks all over social media. We're posting stuff there. I've been kind of
Hmm.
sprinkling things throughout the last couple of days, and we've got a lot of photos,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
got some videos. Pretty much everything though is for the trip as a whole. If you're interested, just go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ at Bama Geeks, and like I said, we'll leave a direct link to the vlog in the audio description, in the podcast description, as well as the YouTube description. So you can just click on it and go. And that'll kind of be the episode for the next 2 weeks, because we really want Bo and Kevin to be able to see the movie and have all of us be able to fully discuss it on the next episode. We don't
Right.
want to risk blurting out anything,
No, no,
that
absolutely not.
would ruin their experience. But
We're very we're very mindful not to leak anything out or spoil anything because we wouldn't want it, we wouldn't want it done for us. So, yeah.
and we're very happy that we got to see it and not have anything spoiled, because
Hmm.
there are things in the movie that are definitely surprises.
Yes, because I was avoiding, prior to seeing it, I was avoiding some of the last couple of trailers that had come out in the TV spots. And I went back to watch what had been put out. So I would say that it was nothing too spoilery. I don't in the trailers, at least I don't think so. Or things now that I've seen the movie and seen certain things in the movie, I'm glad that they didn't hint at this or put it in the trailer. I guess that's the
Yep.
best way to kind of sum that up.
Yep. And that's
Yeah.
where we need to leave it.
Yep.
Go see it with fresh eyes. Don't just avoid spoilers
Hmm.
completely, because there are surprises in this movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
It really is. It is back to and without this isn't I don't think this is really considered spoiling, but just in the whole canon of the films that have come out. Um, when we saw Afterlife had a story to tell. It had gaps to fill in. It had to bring you current and introduce the news spanglers into the universe and how they're going to be a part of this universe. So those stories were built in Afterlife, uh, I think specifically for a reason for this movie. Um,
They allowed this movie to be what it is and
mhm.
stand on its own 2 feet,
Yeah,
because we got their build up in the previous movie.
right.
Yeah. And that's where we need to leave it.
We're gonna leave it right there.
No
I
more.
promise. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh,
All
but I'm
right.
just so excited for the Ghostbusters fans that are about to sit there and watch this. I'm really excited for you guys.
I'm excited for us to finally get to go
Oh,
see it again with our friends.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep. So enjoy Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Mhm.
We did. We really enjoyed it. Uh, as you saw in our previous little video on YouTube, we gave it thumbs up. And that's
Two
as far,
thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. And that's as far as we're going with it. So we'd love to know what you think. We definitely
Mhm.
want to hear what you think about the movie after you see it. So
Absolutely.
please join us on our social media channels at Bama Geeks on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Leave us comments. We really want to know what you think,
Mhm.
because we enjoyed it and we hope you do too. If you're in the front porch, Bama Geeks Front Porch on Facebook, you can interact with us there. Love to have your thoughts. If wherever you are on social media, wherever you can leave a comment, if you'd like for us to use it, we will.
Mhm.
And when we talk about the movie, we'd love
Yeah,
to have that feedback, that your feedback, that we can share with everybody else.
absolutely.
And of course, Patreon members, patreon.com/Bama Geeks. Again, we apologize this time. We're keeping the short, sweet. So we'll give you some more bonus content next time. But please like and subscribe
Mhm.
on this video and on our channel. We really, really would appreciate your subscription if you're enjoying what we are providing you. And we appreciate just we've had a small boom of subscribers over the
Yes.
past 3 or
Mhm.
4 weeks, and we really appreciate you
Yes, we do.
for doing that.
Thank you
And
so much.
so if you like the content, you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing
Mhm.
and liking the video. That will help bring it out to more people. And leave us a comment. We want to know what you think. We really want to know what you think about this movie. We're excited, and we hope you are too.
Yeah.
But for Bo and Kevin, who couldn't be with us this evening, uh, and for Jess,
Mhm.
I'm Brock. We're going to wrap it up. Go see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Bye. Go see the movie.